Good morning dear students, welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today I am going to explain 12th dated assignment. The topic is tissues. Now let's answer the questions. Name the following. Okay, so what is the name of the tissue that forms the inner lining of our mouth? The tissue which is present in the inner lining of our mouth. So the tissue which forms the inner lining of our mouth is simple epithelial tissue. It is present. Simple means the squamous epithelial tissue that is present in the inner lining of our mouth. Now the second question, tissue that connects muscle to bone in humans. So which tissue connects muscle to bone in the humans? That is dense tissue, dense regular connective tissue, that is tendons. So tendons, why is it termed as dense regular connective tissue? Because it has a dense matrix. So dense regular connective tissue, that means tendons are the tissues which connect muscle to bones in our body. Now the next question, it is asking tissue that transport food in the plants. Which tissue transport food in the plants? So the tissue which transport the food which is prepared by the leaves in the plants is phloem. Phloem tissue transports the food in the plant which is prepared in the leaves, and from the leaves this phloem transport the food to all the parts till the roots, everywhere. Okay. Now the next question, that is asking tissue that stores fat in our body. Which tissue stores fat in our body? So the tissue which stores fat in our body is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is the tissue which store whatever fat, excess fat is present, that is stored by the adipose tissue. Now the next question is which tissue? The next question is asking which tissue presents connective tissue with a fluid matrix? Which tissue has a fluid matrix? So the tissue which has a fluid matrix, that means, what is the meaning of fluid matrix? Fluid matrix means the cells are floating. Matrix is fluid, but the cells are floating in that. So that tissue is blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue which flows all over the body transporting the nutrients. So the answer is blood. Now the next question is tissue present in the brain. Which tissue is present in the brain? So the obvious answer we know very well, nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in our brain. Now the second question, it asks identify the type of tissues. Identify the type of tissues in the following. Skin. So identify the following tissues in the following. Skin. So skin, what type of tissue is present in the skin? So that is stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Stratified. What is the meaning of stratified? Stratified means that it is present in layers. Why is it present in layers in the skin? Since skin is the main part which protects rest of the internal tissues from mechanical injury, from infection, from germs, everything. That is why stratified squamous epithelial tissue is present in the skin. Now the next question is which tissue is present in the bark of tree? So the bark of tree has the simple permanent tissue which is epidermis. Epidermis, again it has a protective function. It protects the inner underlying tissues from mechanical injuries, from everything. So epidermis is present. Now the next question is, which tissue is the type of tissue in bone? So bones are connective tissue. Why the bones are termed as connective tissue? Since they are present all over the body, have a hard matrix, and they provide the support and strength. So that is why bone is a type of connective tissue which is present. Now the next question is, which tissue is present in the inner lining of the kidney? The inner lining of the kidney, which tissue is present? So it is cuboidal epithelial tissue. Cuboidal epithelial tissue is present. So what is cuboidal epithelial? Like this, cube shaped cells. So they are present in kidney tubules. Now the next question, which type of tissue is present in vascular bundles? So vascular bundle means xylem and phloem. So they are complex permanent tissues in the plant. The meaning of complex permanent tissues, that they consist of more than one type of cells. They are made up of xylem and phloem, are made up of more than one type of cell. Now the question number 3rd, it is asking, name the region in which parenchyma tissue is present. Name the region in which the parenchyma tissue is present. So parenchyma is present all over the plant body. Where it is present? It is present in leaves, fruits, flowers, young stems, like everywhere. Wherever the vacant region is present in the plant, so there parenchyma is present. Now the question number 4, it asks, identify the figures A, B and C. So let's see what is given in the figure A, B and C. So here, these are the figure A, B and C. So as we can see, A. So A is a type of cell which is actually parenchyma. A is parenchyma. Since, why is it parenchyma? Since it consists of normal cells, okay? Why is it parenchyma? So A, the cell, the type of tissue, it is A, the figure A is parenchyma. B is, since they are simple cells with regular shape and no thickening at all. So the A is parenchyma. Now which type of cells are present here in B? So B is the tissue which is termed as collenchyma. If you see, why is it termed as collenchyma? Because it has irregular thickening at the corners of the cell wall. That is why it is collenchyma. Now the C, which type of cells are C? It is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma means it has thick lignified wall, and the cells are present in the form of fibers, as well as these are sclerids. So these are sclerenchyma. Now the B part of the question, it is asking, the B part, which one of them has a heavy deposition of lignin? Out of these figure, which of them has the heavy deposition of lignin? So that is C, that means sclerenchyma. As we can see here, there is a heavy deposition of lignin. That is why this tissue is very rigid, it's tough and very hard. So it has a thick deposition of lignin. Now which of them provides both mechanical strength as well as flexibility? So out of these, which of them provides mechanical strength but flexibility also? So the answer is collenchyma. Why? They provide strength as well as flexibility since they have irregular deposition. The wall is not thickened all over. They are thickened only at specific places at the corners. That is why they are flexible as well. Now, the next question, which of them can be modified to form air cavities in aquatic plants? So, this parenchyma tissue, it can be modified. How it can be modified? So, it is modified. It has one cell here and the other cell here. That means a large air cavity is present and then it is modified to form parenchyma. So this is parenchyma cells can be modified to parenchyma in aquatic plants so that they can float over the water. Now the next question is, which one of them is commercially exploited to obtain hemp and jute? So the answer is sclerenchyma, since it has fibers. So commercially it is used to obtain the fiber and jute. So students, I hope you have understood all the answers very well. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.